I am a lawyer and I don't have any connection with marketing, sales, anything, nothing. You have to be true to yourself that you want to do it no matter what other people say. You have to keep yourself motivated. Maybe 4 years from now, 5 years from now, but you will have to, work on those struggles.
What you have done is a certain level of hustle. You have an Instagram with very good amount of followers. How much is it right now? And some of your reels have got like millions of
20
views.
million, it's touching 19, 20
fantastic.
million as we are talking.
Yeah. Hey Nitish, welcome to Bangalore.
Thank you, sir, for this very warm welcome. I am really thankful.
Great. Glad to have you here as well, man.
Yes.
So I think it has been quite a long time since you have joined Alpha Club.
Yes, almost a year only.
Almost
a year, yes.
Nice. So how has it changed the way you look at marketing since you joined Alpha Club?
So basically, I am a lawyer and I don't have any connection with marketing, sales, anything, nothing. I just wanted to have to learn the science behind marketing and the sales, because without actually doing marketing and sales, that's the main goal. Because in our profession, it is not allowed to do marketing or do advertising at least. But there is a science behind the marketing and sales. I see my practice as a business. And for any business, sales and marketing is important. Whether you do it in a different way, which is not as a marketing. Even, alcoholic beverages do marketing, but they do it in another way. So it is same things are applicable rules. And if you think that my business is different than others, then you won't be able to, get learning, and you will be stuck there. So I don't want it to be stuck, and that's why I wanted that a deep knowledge about these things are really important.
Fantastic. I really appreciate that you wanted to seek out knowledge in marketing and you have started acquiring it. We will talk a little bit more about how you have been building your marketing funnel. But before that, I want to ask, how did you get into this field? Today, you are a practicing lawyer in the Supreme Court of India, which is like a very well-respected thing, according to general people. When they hear about, hey, I'm a general lawyer, I'm a high court lawyer, I'm a Supreme Court lawyer. So how did your career progress? When did you graduate? And how did you choose law as your field of
So
study?
basically, I start with the really start. I was not a lawyer. I was an engineer.
Okay.
In 2010, I graduated from the college, engineering college. Like at that time, there was a boom in engineering field, and like everybody else, I joined a very reputed IT firm also. It gave me a very good experience how organizations are run, and it is one of the top notch IT firms. I'll name it HCL Tech. And the experience which I got there is even helping me even after 10 years of leaving that organization, because it had employees like 80,000 employees. They have all the systems to manage that kind of employees, how to engage, how to motivate. All these functions I learned back then. These were the all basics. Apart from that, the background of software really helped me to build my own website, these marketing funnels, and to get grasp of whatever things which are going online. Because for a non-technical person, building a website is a challenge. But for me, it was not a challenge, because I handled the various coding languages and all that. So for me, it was a very good platform to build my own practice, which I would have be doing in my future. So I joined an evening law college from Delhi University back there in 2011, because I wanted to do law, and I thought that let's try it out. With the job, I did law in the evening, and I managed both, juggling between. So if you want to start something, you have to juggle. You can't you can't have this ki, I have a full-time job, how will I do, a lot of questions. I just started, and my mother also supported me, because it was a very strange decision of mine having a very good job, well-paying job, and then switching to a career which I have no background. I'm a first generation lawyer, no background, nothing. So then one crazy thought came that I should leave the job and do it full time, do an internship in legal field. So I started with an intern. So you have to leave your ego where I was about to become a senior software engineer or maybe a manager in future. I started back as an intern in an entirely new field. Then I thought that I should have my own practice. Should not be working in a job again, because once I left a job, changed my field, started as an intern, then I can't go back and do job again in a law firm. So I started my practice straight out of law school. The first stream of clients started coming in. The clients were very few, 1 month, 2 clients, 3 clients, that's it. But you need to start.
Yeah.
If you are in it, you have to put in 100%. You can't go to see my practice is not working, I should go and do a job. Lot of thoughts do come in mind, financial problems. All these things will drag you from your path. But if you are clear that, see, you have done 2 years of struggle, you have done after job, and then you have society is also telling you what you have done, you have spoiled your career, who does that? And so many things are coming, and the people around you are growing. They are growing in their jobs, having cars, buying cars and everything they are doing, but you are there just to have that. Financially you are ruined already. And then and then top of that, all those societies. So it's very difficult to start your own practice, and then to you have to be true to yourself, that you want to do it no matter what other people say. You have to keep yourself motivated that this is the profession you want to be in, and you want to build a very good practice for yourself. Maybe 4 years from now, 5 years from now, but you will have to work on those struggles. And then thereon for 4 or 5 years I struggled very hard financially, and then a turning point came, and with God grace everything is going good.
Fantastic.
So this is a
Awesome.
short view.
Tell me a little bit about, like, how does one complete law college and he does not become immediately a practicing lawyer, right? He just becomes an advocate once you complete law college. From there, how do you become a lawyer? What is the difference between being a high court lawyer or a Supreme Court lawyer, and how do you get to that position?
See, actually, lawyer and advocates are one and the same thing only. There's not much of difference. Both of them have same educational qualification. A lawyer is a person who may be in advisory consulting firms or maybe in advisory business. And in a consulting business, basically. Maybe advising top-notch firms about the legal things that may go wrong, preventive, or maybe compliance related, or maybe, related to some kind of things which after litigation also there are advices which the company has to do things. That is a lawyer, which a company may have a in-house lawyer also. But then qualification wise it is same. But advocates are governed by the Advocates Act, and they are under Bar Council. So what we do is we can practice in front of court, present our client cases, maybe in the different domains. So and then the Supreme Court lawyer or maybe High Court lawyer is not much of a difference, because these lawyers can work anywhere. So today I came to Bangalore to appear before Karnataka High Court. So it doesn't matter if I am a Supreme Court lawyer, I can practice in High Court also.
As well.
So if I'm practicing in Supreme Court, I'm a Supreme Court lawyer. But if I'm practicing in High Court, I will be High Court lawyer. So it doesn't matter that you have specific courts. It's just the people perception.
So let's talk about content marketing and marketing for lawyers. That let's say there is a person who has become a lawyer and he wants to get more clients and he wants to increase his level of income. What you have done is a certain level of hustle. You have an Instagram with very good amount of followers. So 325k
in 6 months.
Fantastic.
6 months
In
only.
6 months only.
Yes, sir.
And some of your reels have got like millions of
20
views.
million, it's touching 19, 20
fantastic.
million as we are talking.
Yeah. So what have you discovered? Like, obviously, there is a certain level of restriction for
Right,
doctors,
right, sir.
CAs, and lawyers to advertise themselves, that you cannot advertise and solicit business. But that does not prevent you from creating some content which the audience
Right,
finds
sir. Right,
useful,
sir.
which can indirectly become
Right,
like
sir.
an advertising
Right,
for
sir.
your brand.
Yes, yes.
So how have you learned to get more clients through the digital medium?
Sir, initially, just like you, I started with blogging, writing articles and all that things before different forums, legal forums were there. And I started to get initial clients from there only. So it was sustainable, I can say, to an extent that it can clear your basic expenses initially. But then you need to dive deep into it, because it's not that only through blogging you can earn your living. You have to understand other aspects also. So in 2018, when my struggle also got ended, I started doing YouTube in 2018. Back then, there were not many big channels, and just YouTube was just picking up back then. So I got a very good growth on YouTube. Today, I have around 68,000 followers on YouTube. But back then, I started making one thing is in content creation is consistency. So I used to make videos every second, third day, as I have to do with practice also. So I started my YouTube channel initially, and then gradually I only specialized in one niche, that is matrimonial law. As you have said in your DDIP program, you have to build pipeline of people. That was the module that hit me hard. That once you have that pipeline of video, then only you will be in a comfortable position. That you have a community to support you. Building a community, that is the fundamentals of whatever you are doing online. If you are not able to sell to your community, then nobody is your client. And if you don't have that pipeline, then obviously that pipeline of client will give you a confidence first of all. So to build that pipeline, it is the content which helps you. So as you talked in your DDIP program about CATT, content, attention, trust, and transaction. So content is the first thing which you have to focus. So I was focusing back then in 2018, and when I joined your program, it clarified that what content you have to make, how you get people attention, and what do you have to do about that attention. Like you said that Instagram, I have 3 lakhs followers. Everybody will go crazy about this fact. But the fact of the matter is how many of them are converting into the real clientele. That is an important aspect which you have to take into consideration. Having 3 lakhs, 6 lakhs followers have no meaning if they are not your clients.
Yeah.
So even there's a race between the content creators who have so many followers and so many these things, but that doesn't matter if the community is not even responding to your calls, and then you have no pipeline to create. Okay, and that is, I think, the basis of your alpha club also. That once you have that pipeline, then only you will be able to charge a high ticket sales and high ticket funnel. You can create that high ticket funnel. If you don't have that community, how will you sell that high ticket value? So that pipeline is important, and from there comes a mindset of and your mindset module also. That mindset of saying no to your clients who are paying less to you. You have to say no, and once you start saying no more than yes, then only you will be able to reach that high ticket mindset, and where you dream that you have that capability of earning in lakhs or so, where you dream that your business should be.
Yes.
Either you are struggling with the clients because of the poor pipeline, or you are charging more. More and more. There is no middle path. I don't think there is any middle path.
You can't provide a really good service if you are taking clients who do not pay you much. And also, everything in the world, the price is determined by supply demand. Gold price increases because there is more demand. Bitcoin price increases because there is more demand. Real estate price, let's say 160-40 plot in Koramangala. How do you even determine the price of it? it's based on demand supply. If a plot has sold for 5 crores nearby, then you know that, okay, this is the benchmark price.
Right, sir.
So when it comes to, freelancing, when it comes to professions like legal, doctor, CA, also when it comes to coaching, in all this, once you increase your demand, only then you can increase the price. So as you rightly said, you can't just increase the price saying that, from today I will decide to charge double. You can't do that. You can only do that when there is more demand. So
Right.
if you are selling a service at X price, and if 20 clients are ready to sign up with you, and you can only handle 10 clients, then you can charge like 1.5x or 2x price. So the entire idea is to build that pipeline, put yourself out there, build that brand that people are like, I want this lawyer to represent me.
Right, sir.
And once that demand increases, then automatically, slowly, you can start increasing the price.
Sir, as you said in your various webinars also and various events also, that you can only take limited number of people with you. You can handle limited, you have your attention span is limited. You can work on limited projects only.
True.
When you can deliver to limited people, then it is more advisable to charge more to those limited people.
Yeah.
You can't say that everybody will be my client. Everybody will not be your client. And there what the struggle is most of the freelancers or maybe person I seen is struggling to build this pipeline. They are running after clients. At this position, you should not be running everything. Every law of physics change when it comes to high ticket mindset. The mindset is you should not run for clients. But freelance, when you just get starting, you have to run before the client, get them into your business, charge them, bill them, and all these crazy things happen when you are just starting out.
Yeah.
But once you build this pipeline, 10 people are lining up, then obviously your mindset will change. You will say that, okay, 9 people not ready, no issues, 1 is ready, fine, I'll go to sleep. So this is the calmness which comes when you charge high, and when there are people around you, they believe in you, you do it by obviously doing work also, and they have seen you in courts performing cases and winning cases also. So that is the part, the work, so you have to do that. There is no shortcut to that, but that work should be seen by the people believe in you, rather than you are convincing them to become your client. They should convince themselves to become your client.
Yes.
That is the main philosophy of that. Every law of physics change after you think about high ticket
So
products
true.
and
So
sales.
true. You are one of the few lawyers who has cracked email marketing. So tell me a little bit about that. How did you set up your email funnel? And I think your open rates are like extremely good, because in your field, not a lot of people do email marketing. So how did you get started with that?
I did email marketing for two types of audience. One is for the lawyers. For lawyers, I wrote an ebook and just because I have a LinkedIn which has a huge following. 20,000 lawyers follow me on LinkedIn. So what I do is I put aspirational posts to get those audience. I share about my real experience. Nothing. You don't need
Hype or anything like that.
hype or something.
Yeah.
You be natural. They will naturally connect with you. And then I have open rates of 50 to 60% on emails
Fantastic.
on matrimonial also.
Oh.
It's a very simple landing page where they subscribe to my email list. The way that how to get out of matrimonial cases fast. Everybody wants to get out of their matrimonial cases fast. There's no brainer in this. And how they can do it is explained in my emails. Obviously, that content, I have already created those content from 500 articles. I just have to borrow it to my email list, and that's very easy. So if you're blogging, the first step is blogging, engaging, creating content, and second step is, as you have rightly said, making a community out of
And
it.
then generating leads and engaging them.
Engaging them, and again booking for a calls or something.
So from your email funnel, you get inquiries and people wanting to work with you.
Right, sir. And as you have said, you have
Hmm.
already said in many events. I have noted in the Alpha event attended by me in last September. You said that the sophisticated people will always read email over watching reels. They will read books over watching YouTube videos, maybe.
True.
But this is what the quality comes in. So I get good clients from email also, though they are less because right now it's just building. But you are quite right that see, from email funnels they will they are more connected, because on reels or YouTube they have a very short attention, they will move on. But with email they will always be come back to your article again, or your video
Yes.
again,
Yes.
or your content again, because they will forget you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if you have 20 million views, what is the use when they forget you,
Forget
or
you.
the next day who is
But
me?
in email, you have a way to reach
Yes.
out to them, and they
Yes.
won't unsubscribe from you as long as they are getting value from your emails.
So if open rates, as you said, open rates are good, it will work.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that is one of the way to get because as you also have said that the YouTube algorithm will change every 2 or 3 months. That is why you have to that control of that data also. Because if YouTube changes somehow, reduces my reach, which is happening, yes, drastically it has been decreased because of so many things which are happening. You never know what, because I have to now move to shorts also. Earlier I was creating long form content with 12-minute video, 15-minute very detailed videos, but now people are interested in shorts, so I have to move to shorts. And when I made shorts, it went viral. Every video is getting viral. But where is the main satisfaction is, where is the people who will become your prospect client, who have the real issues, who come into your office and share their case. Where are they? Are they watching shorts, or they are watching my YouTube video, or watching my blog? I don't know. So here the email list come in, that yes, there is some connect. You can follow up with them. And earlier, before joining DDIP and Alpha Group, I had a very bad habit that everybody in response to me is my client. Bad habit broken down by a very systematic approach towards people. Not everybody will be your client. Not everybody will be ready to spend what you demand. And thirdly, not everybody you can convince to become your client. You
True.
don't have to convince everybody.
And you don't have to also.
You don't have to convince anybody,
Yeah.
because see, once you have a pipeline of clients, once you have people coming in every day, they are booking appointment with you. That is also paid appointment, not a free appointment. Then you have a confidence to say no to them, reject them. And when you have that power, then only the high ticket mindset sets in.
Comes in. Yes.
Yes.
True. I want to ask another question, which is a little bit away from marketing. So, you are a matrimonial lawyer and you see a lot of clients. And this has been how many years since you have been practicing?
9 years more.
9 years.
Yes.
Okay. So, do the emotional issues of your client also affect you emotionally to some extent, or have you learned not to let it affect you over a period of time?
Absolutely. It's a very emotional field. There's a child custody case which happened last month, and the husband got visitation, mother got scared that my child will go away. And see, you can't always win cases. There are things which beyond your control. You are there to give your best representation. I am here today in Bangalore to give best representation to my clients. I have to travel miles to represent my clients. That is my job. But if I focus on results, like what will happen, then I will not be able to perform to my fullest. Like that, doctor cannot guarantee anything. We cannot. So today morning only, one client asked me, "Do you guarantee me the result?" I said, "No." You have to say no. The more you say no, the more ethical you will become. And
Yes.
mind you, that less client you work with, less stress you have. And more quality you will put in. So recently, there was a big case which I won, and my team worked on that case. We charged a very good amount with them, and we filed it on time. And judge appreciated and gave a short date. So it affects the results also. Uh, a Supreme Court case, I charged a very good amount, and then what happened is that I got results also. So there's a very good correlation between what you are charging and what you are getting, how you are getting results, first of all. And secondly, regarding the emotional aspects, I have now enrolled myself a lot into spirituality also. So it keeps me strong,
Yeah.
because yes, there is a lot of pressure. You are not just it's their life basically. So it's a client life. He will not get any other opportunity.
Yeah.
And then there you can, if you do, there's a fear that if you do mistake, then what will happen. Then if you're not that prepared, maybe that emotional angle do affects the hearings also. So your own emotional stability is really, really important. Sometimes I don't have a good mood to go to court. Still, I have to go to court and argue my case. Judge will not give adjournment. What will you do if you have a bad mood? How will you represent your client?
True.
So it is very important, and every time you will not be in a good state of mind. Every time something bad will happen on your personal level also, maybe, and you are not in a good mood, or maybe in the professional level also, you are not in a good mood. But every time if your mood swings, how will you perform? So
Correct.
it's really, and I really think the spirituality is helping me to gain that emotional control, the detachment and all. So that also requires a constant effort to put in on your health. Your health. Secondly, is your health.
Yes.
That health condition, your health condition should be proper, and your mental. There's a quite, you have to work on that also. Apart from professional everything, you have to work on that. That is really important. I put it in a very important priority list. So I have a yoga mat in my office only.
Okay.
I do it whenever I get time. I do meditate. I went to this the yoga mat is in my office. Whenever I feel free, I'll do that. And the I don't have a schedule that I will wake up at 6 a.m. and do yoga. That will never work. So whenever I get time, I'll do it. And I'm doing it very consistently, because I don't have any fixed time now. I can do whenever I want to. I can meditate I'm just I took some classes initially, and then I'm starting doing on my own.
Amazing. So Nitish, I will ask you one more question. We can cut this part out if you later decide. And use being a matrimonial lawyer. Do you think that the legal system, both in India and in US and in many places across the world, is more favorable to women than men? And why do you think it might be that way?
It is one-sided. True, you are right. I make content in the favor of husbands only, because they are the one who suffer the most when it comes to legal battles, and I fight for whatever their legal things are, and especially when it comes to maintenance. You would not like to pay a wife who has fought with you and made lot of false cases, allegations, put your family under stress. You would never want to pay that. But law says that since she is dependent on you, you have to pay. So I feel that, to some extent it is, yes, one-sided, but there's a practical, if you think it not emotionally, if you think it practically.
True.
If you think it practically, if a wife who is not working, who is dependent on you financially, she when things were fine, she left her job and she's with you, and their things went north and south. Now where she will go, where she will get that financial things?
True.
Will she ask for her brother or father? So you have to understand the other side of the story also before thinking that legal state. Yes, there are ways to reduce this amount, or maybe to zero amount. I did in one of my cases. I reduced it to zero in one of the cases. I told the client initially that yes, there will be maintenance on you, but then I told him that if you find out where your wife is working, or something, bank account statement or some financial statement, because he knew that she's working, but yes, she has not disclosed to the court.
Mm.
We through our techniques, we presented the truth.
Mm. Mm.
My job is to present my client of story
Yes.
with every fact and detail. That's it. Now judge decided to do zero, so the maintenance gone zero.
Yes.
So now they have gone for an appeal and all that things are happening. That is there. But then I was on my opinion, yes, there will be maintenance. He was scared. He said that why should I pay my wife? Why should I do this? मैंने कहा, then think practically. You don't have to think emotionally. Whatever happened to you, happened to you. That's none of the court business. You have to think about the law.
Yeah. You have to be a little bit objective about it.
Right. You can't think like law say that if husband and wife had a fight, wife did a cruelty, go have a divorce. You will have divorce. But why maintenance laws are quite, this thing against men only. But then there is a practical angle involved. And then there is a dowry law. Every now and then a woman goes to the police station or court and files a complaint against that he demanded dowry, and then the legal system takes its own course. And then my job is to, immune husbands from such acts. At least what I do for my clients is that despite they are facing such things, I do my job to, have a less impact of the legal things on the clients.
Got it. Yeah, I think that kind of makes sense. There is always a practical view to it. And if you look at it from a non-emotional, non-subjective and an objective way, it kind of makes sense because women get married, they give up their career, sometimes focus on raising a child. And it's not easy for women to just get back into another career and start making money
So that has
after a career break also.
And secondly, about the criminal case, you don't have to worry if you have not done anything. It's just the process which is frustrating sometimes.
Yeah.
But we try that for our clients, we make it less. If your lawyer is working good and supporting you, has good knowledge, then I don't think you will feel that much pain. It depends upon the lawyer also.
Yeah.
Because sometimes many bad practices happen in the profession, like in every profession. They don't do good job or service. They don't provide good service. That is one aspect which is people want that they should have quality service, and they don't want that stress of the process.
Yeah.
So to help them, and so I focused on building a team also around, not just it's all depend on me. My team also work at same level. I don't differentiate myself with my team. I don't say that I have 10 years experience and I'm really the one who is the god or something like this. But I focus on team building also. I delegate tasks, very crucial tasks. Today I'm sitting here, my team was arguing in the courts and they got a favorable order also. So that's the trust I have on my team, because you will be in middle of some emergency. How will you handle your other clients? When they are not trained, you don't train them properly. You don't give them direction. How will they do? Will either the client will lose then. If you are not there, you can't be omnipresent everywhere.
That's true. And if you are not able to represent a client where you are supposed to, can a team member go instead of you?
See, that requires a lot of courage, first of all, because you feel that it's your client case and you are just, delegating that crucial aspect. But this thing is important if you want to scale. If you want to scale your legal practice, you have to fire yourself first. You have to sit like, you are not the one who, and you have to set the expectation. As I talked to Jayant also when we had a one-on-one call, and also to you, that you have to set your expectation right to your client. You tell them that I am not available for your dates on every date, first of all. only on the critical dates. If you want me, then there will be a different billing also.
True.
And I will spare my time. That is the way I can control my time.
Yes,
Otherwise, I
yes.
will be go nuts. I will
Yeah.
be in Karnataka and fighting case in Delhi. How I can
You
do
can't
that?
do that.
Practically, it's not possible. It was possible during COVID times when VC was on,
Ah,
but now everything is physical. You can't do that.
true.
So you have to set your expectation right to your client. Tell your client that my team is under my guidance. They have the expertise, that kind of expertise they have, and most of them understand. Most of them understand, and people who don't understand this and they want 100% my commitment, then I have a solution for them also. Then they have to, and I tell you, those clients are not that generous also. They say that you are charging so much, you appear, you also do this, that. I say bye. That's why pipeline of clients help me in
True.
selecting clients also.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
will never get good clients unless you have those pipeline. You will
Pipeline.
accept every client, and
Yes.
then they will be pain to handle. You will go nuts.
That is so true, because we have experienced it in an Alpha Club.
Yes, sir.
Unless we select our clients and have the power to select our clients, our capacity to deliver good value for the good clients also reduces, because the bad clients end up taking significantly more mental space and time and energy.
Right, you said that some of which ask for a friend and you have given it, say bye bye. So that's the way we also function. That if a client is not satisfied and he's saying this not and that, we'll say you take your things. Let us
Yeah.
focus on other things, because we can't satisfy everybody.
True.
Even if he becomes your client, we can't satisfy everybody. It is our way of working which we work to get results through our experience. But then there are some people who say do this, that. So we can't deviate from our own original plans. So that is the way you have to function. Otherwise, you will go nuts by following this, that
Yeah,
way, that client, whatever client says, you do that.
And it's also a very human centric work, right? Because in this case, it's not like you are just sitting behind a computer building some digital marketing funnel, getting work done, delivering, getting the payment. No, you have to have the conversations. There are emotional things involved apart from the logical things, so it can be very taxing if you
Right.
don't keep that filter on.
So that's why we have a paid consultation. First of all, lot of lawyers have a habit of giving free consultation so that they feel that clients will get a grasp of their knowledge and they will get impressed, and then they will hire them and all that things they do. But what happens is that you are not doing justice to your time. Your time is limited. You can't be every time on phone. First of all, you have to schedule it. You have to have that systems in place to schedule a call with you. How will you just can't answer each and every phone whenever it rings? You have to have a system. Let them come on WhatsApp or have a preliminary what they are facing. They have to pay for the consultancy also to get a detailed. Now my team is also handling consultancy. They have delegated that task also. Because every lead, if you are going to engage with every lead, every conversion, then your 50% time will go there. How will you grow your firm? How will you make content? Then you have make a content also, grow your firm, read, research, and go to courts also. So many tasks are there. You have to manage that.
Let's say one client comes to you and you know that this client is wrong. There are some mistakes on this side of the client. So how would you handle that situation? Do you see the money and say that, okay, I will take you even though I have to represent you, but the truth is not on your side? Do you decline that client, and how do you handle that moral dilemma?
See, my job is not to judge.
True.
First of all,
Yeah, because you're not a judge.
I'm not a judge. I'm a lawyer. Okay, there are always two sides of the coin.
Yeah.
Yes, I tell you with my example. Yes, my client did adultery. She was involved with some person. Okay, she had an extramarital affair. She's wrong completely. Fine. Other party has evidence. I've seen that evidence. Fine. But still, she has a right to maintenance. She has a right to protect herself. She has a right to have divorce if she wants. She has certain rights. The fact that she has done wrong
It's not for you to judge.
is not for me to judge. Still, she can claim alimony because she's not living in adultery. A wife living in adultery is not entitled. But if she has done adultery one time, that doesn't absolve the husbands to pay the alimony. So I did a very high profile case also on that aspect. The wife was in adultery, and then even the child saw ample evidence. Still, husband has to pay some alimony. That was my client who has to pay. And you will say that how what have you done? She's done this to the client, and still your client has to pay in the settlement. Why? See, my client has suffered a lot of mental agony because of this. First of all, understand his pain. He was ready to pay. He said that I am ready to pay. Yeah, I was there for negotiations. He has an open mind that he knew that he has to pay even if her wife was in adultery. People will say, what kind of lawyer you are, what you have done. But now in 6 months, he's out of the problem. Money he can make. See, you have to understand that how much you value money. Is it more than your time which is being spent in such harrowing tasks? Is it greater than that? Then
Yeah.
you have your own choices.
If you value your money so high, then if you value your time so high, then the money that you have to settle will look cheaper comparatively.
So understand this. If a case goes for 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, you will lose your prime of your age. You will never get married again. You will never have children again. See the loss you will be doing by fighting on just 2 lakhs, 3 lakh rupees.
Because the only currency we have in this lifetime is time.
Yes. So I have to sometimes counsel them that your time is more important than whatever you are making right now. It doesn't matter. Even if you have to take a loan, go and settle it.
If it means that you can move on and have mental peace so that you can focus on work and make that money back.
Right. Money can be replaced. Time cannot be replaced. Your age is gone. You are 35. Tomorrow you will turn 40, and that is definite. 45, 50. You will keep on fighting these cases and keep the money in your pocket. You will lose money also.
Yeah.
Because fighting these cases also involves money.
Huh?
So you have to see your time is not there. Money is not there. What are you fighting for?
At least if you settle, then you will get time that is confirmed.
You will have quality time for yourself. You can grow yourself. So that is the mindset things, and because of this mindset also they land into such trouble also because they don't have that mindset, the broader mindset which is to be there. That's why they are into matrimonial issues, and that's why that matrimonial issues are going on. So it has to do with the mindset also, what mindset you are coming from. Some people think that I will not pay my wife, I will not settle, I will keep fighting and keep fighting then. So that's not the practical approach. High profile people do settle. You have seen a lot of high profile cases. They do settle. Whatever differences are. Their only thing is that they want to save their time. They pay their lawyer. They hire best of the lawyers, and they settle with the other party in the end.
Interesting. Makes sense. And I think this is a topic that can go on and on for a long time.
Yes, sir.
But since we are focusing on marketing, Alpha Club, and everything, let's try to limit that conversation because this can easily go into the angle of talking about human nature itself, right?
Right, sir.
So yeah, one final question I have for you. So justice has no expiry date, right? There is no such thing as a time limit within which you have to fight something, and then only then you are like, let's say, entitled for a justice. You can fight anytime, but at the same time, as you said, time is valuable, and somebody gets into like a legal fight, and he's kind of having this thing. Hey, they did this thing which is unfair, and fighting for that justice is more important than my personal time, and it keeps extending and extending. So how long do these cases last? How many years does it go? What is the minimum, maximum you have seen?
I've seen one of my case which came to me. It was running for 18 years.
18 years.
18 years.
Ah.
And now it is pending before the High Court.
Mm.
And then I know it will go to Supreme Court.
Mm.
Children are now adults. So there's no time limit, as you have correctly
Mm.
said, that there's no time limit
Mm.
to get the results.
Mm.
As you said that in your any of the events which happen, that 3 months you will get results, 6 months. We can say that we
You
can't
can't say
predict
that,
it.
yeah.
People ask me
Ah.
how much time it will take.
Mm.
I said we can't predict.
As long as it takes.
I can't predict that. I'm not a Jyotish or astrologer.
Mm.
I can only fight, and whatever my strategy I use, I can get you out of it faster. For me, average is 3 to 4 years.
Mm.
Many cases do get settled in 3 to 4 years. Some are exceptions which are going on. For me, average I have calculated 3 to 4 years is my average. But then there are some cases, especially where there are children which are involved. That cases will take long, because in that case either the demand is so high by the other party, or they don't want to settle it because of the commitments they have. The mother has so much commitments towards the child, and in such cases I feel bad for the children, because then they have to go through this horrific times. They don't think about their children also.
Yeah. A lot of times children end up thinking that this is happening because of them.
Right. And it's, the psychology of the children is the custody. Who has the custody is their masiya. But the father or the mother who don't have the custody of the child, they think negative about that person. That really affects, and it hurts more once it goes to that litigation stage.
Negative about the person meaning?
Negative about the other person.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
he's a bad person.
Yeah.
And
Because they
this-
took away the child.
that's the irony we have. Courts do have some things like visitation rights. Some of my clients, I've provided them visitation rights at least, so they meet the child. But when they are so much brainwashed, children are so much brainwashed that they don't want to meet that person, or they don't greet them properly, or they don't respect that person.
Yeah.
So they stop meeting them. Many of the cases I've seen, I provided them
Visitation
you want
rights,
to
but
meet-
it's not being enforced.
but then the psychological brainwashing is done in such cases.
Yeah.
So it becomes very toxic to, when it comes to children and all.
Yeah.
So that is the bad part of this entire saga. Children are the one which are mostly suffer.
Yes.
Courts have that court can allow visitation only, or maybe custody will custody cases will take years also. So this is the bad irony about children. The children, they lose love and affection from one partner. That's
All right. So Nitish, thanks a lot for
Thank you, sir.
spending this long having this conversation. Glad that you are part of Alpha Club, because Alpha Club gets strengthened with a variety of people joining the membership. We have doctors, we have lawyers, we have freelancers, we have coaches.
Yes, sir.
And we value your presence in Alpha Club
Thank
so
you, sir.
much. And we are inspired by your content creation. And we also feel that me and Jayant have been talking about it, that you are a no BS person. You talk straightforward, and you are a little bit stoic. You have a very practical view of the world. So glad to have you in
Thank
Alpha
you, sir.
Club.
Thank you, sir.
And glad to have received you in Bangalore today and have done this podcast. So I will see
Thank
you
you.
again.
I'm feeling really privileged sitting here. One time I used to do internship program among the thousands which you had offered, and you did a great work. And on same lines, I also did in the legal field also. I provided internship to students who were not able to get internship during the COVID time by implementing your same idea. And I've really learned a lot from digital Deepak. Thank you, sir.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.